Aloha, my beautiful friends on the other side of the screen. My name is Krista Ralaxmidittan and coming to you from beautiful Texas today. I am a relationship coach and I help people to really fall in love with themselves and change their lives and all of the sectors in their lives. So you see, I believe that, most of the most important areas in my life were separated. I believe that, I had to work separately with my relationships. I had to work separately with my health, separately with my career or work, separately with my sexuality, and separately with my finances or money. And what came out was that once I started to actually coach people, the number one question they came to me with was, Crystal, can you help me please? Can you help me please to figure out how I can get more money? And then we went in and it was never about the money. It could be about their relationship with others, or in most cases, it was about relationship with themselves. And once we figured that out, came out that also because of that, they started to feel so bad, and then their health was really declining. When their health was declining, they had no desire for sex or anything, basically. And also they couldn't so often also work. And when they couldn't work, there was no money. So the whole, system was off the balance. So I started to observe it. I basically draw it down and I developed something I call Abundance Wheel. And I started to also understand that when people came to me with one issue, we could actually address the whole system. And once we started to work with one, it started to influence the other. And you see, with all of these different areas, which are so crucial for our well-being as well, happiness, we need to actually work with all of these at the same time. And that's something, society, our teachers, universities, our parents, everyone has told us otherwise. So I started to really observe it. And, I even studied to become social anthropologist. I just recently clicked it together. It's like, oh my God, that's why I became an anthropologist, because now I know what it means to really observe, go to a field work and observe how these patterns and how people are, communicating, or what's the culture here. And then you can actually start to change things because you see what's not working. So that's what I did. I started to observe my clients over the years. And within 20 years, I started to see lots of patterns. So I have zero psychology, degree education. I have 5 years of social anthropology. Really, I think that that's actually even better than psychology, So with that, I started to see patterns. I started to see that, wow, when someone comes to me and say, Crystal, I have no money, what can we do? Do you have any ideas? So we looked into that and we started to work with the relationship with themselves. Yes, with themselves, because we are not only one. You have all these different, voices in your head. And if you say you don't, that's actually very unhealthy. If you don't there are lots of things which we think, through. So, starting to connect and understand which part of me is saying that, who is behind that, where is this from, and starting to really rake through those things and clean house, so to say, clean house inside out. And with that, we started to see that all of their relationships, didn't matter whether they were married or single or whatever was going on, everything started to change, from 0 to 100 and more. And that just really totally blew my, my mind away. I was like, wow, that's really cool. And then from there, of course, the relationships changed with everyone around them. And then, of course, they felt also more confident. Then they had more energy to take care of their health. Then they also, their sex appeal, and, they wanted to have more sex, and then they also were much more inspired to also do their work or whatever their career was. And because all of these were working, then also abundance was manifested. And when people started to come to me, they were asking, like, whatever of those, areas in my life are, under construction, or I'm working or need to address them, where would you, Crystal Ra, suggest to start? And just think of the moment, maybe you even pause this video and think yourself, what do you think? Is it sexuality? Is it relationships? Is it health? Is it, your career, work, or is it abundance, and money, finances? And so many people would maybe come up with finances or, other areas. I say, after 20 plus years with so many clients from all over the world, number one is relationships. That's why I also so recently started to step up as a relationship coach, because if your relationships, firstly with yourself and with yourselves, is not intact and also in balance, nothing outside of you, not even your sexuality, not your health, not your work, not your money, or even relationships with others can get fixed or balanced, because everything starts with you. You are the center of your universe. Your thoughts, your self-talk, your mindset is creating your outer world. We have been taught that, the universe has two sides, the inner and outer, and they kind of like separate from each other. What happens actually is they are basically the same universe, just different sides of it, and they're reflecting on each other. So once you start to change your inner world, the outer world gets that reflection and starts to actually modify and adjust accordingly. And once I figured that out, I was like, wow, woohoo, now I can, invite people in, and we start to work with this, and then the rest of this starts to work. And that's true, it does. But there is also another, corner of this abundance wheel, which is really helping to fast track the whole process. And that's basically, I call it life mission. It's the work career. In the new time energy, we actually have many life purposes. And then we have one life mission, which collects all of these different life purposes into like one. And that's what I have actually also been doing for the last 20 years, exploring my life purposes, how I can put them to work in such a way that they actually serve me on a regular basis all the time. And also a recent add-on is also the health, because of course, once you start to, relax and also know how you can support your body chemistry, which is also connected to so many of your mental and emotional patterns, when these collapse, what happens is it will influence the overall, well-being of you and your health. So whatever your situation is, I would say the number one fastest track to fix it is basically to start with relationships. And if you're looking at your relationships at a moment and say like, Crystal, my relationships are all fine, I'm happily married, everything's fine, then I bet that if you and I would have like a little conversation and would look deeper, there is definitely stuff we can fine tune and improve. And I personally don't know any human on this planet out of 7 billion plus people who wouldn't need to improve. And that's a really good point where to start. So I hope you found this video really, enjoyable. You will see the graphic of this beautiful, abundance wheel as the thumbnail for this video. So you can look and also maybe a little homework for you, which one of these sectors you need attention to put attention to, so that you can, influence the overall picture. And if you need a guide on this, I would recommend myself, 20 plus years of experience, a holistic coach. I've been life coach, energy coach, healer, mindset coach, health coach, wellness coach. there are so many tools I have in my box. So once you jump in, I bet that within 90 days or even less, you will have a completely different life on every area of this abundance wheel. So that I can guarantee. But of course, you have to also commit. And in order to do that, you will find also my Calendly link after this in the notes of this video. So you can go there and this will automatically find your time zone. So you can find your time and then we can have the little introduction video, get to know each other and see if we are a good fit. And then we can go on from there. And I'm so excited. I'm taking this rest of this month as a little extra push to get my program, which I repackaged just recently, to get like a little extra push. So by the end of this month, I will actually close this offer with this price, and then we'll, start with another one. So if you would like to hear what that exactly is and how you could change your whole life, your relationships with yourselves, with others, sexuality, health, your life mission, and your abundance, then take action, sign up for the, discovery call, or just leave me a message. I'm so excited to hear more about you and how we can also rock it and fast track to your happy and wellness-filled life. So I'm here to serve you. Aloha, till we meet again. Mahalo.